Me, Agent Dave, aka Fanatical for Jesus. I'm coming here. I want to make a YouTube AMBW video yet again. I just got a fresh idea to talk about. Like I said, I'll still talk about this community because, it's the community that pretty much made my YouTube channel. And I apologize to all my subscribers that were a part of my YouTube subscriber fan base. Because of the AMBW community for not making as many anymore. I apologize for that, but I was just talking to a friend of mine that pretty much convinced me that I should still keep talking about it. Because it is I don't know, like a lot of people in the AMBW community have become disenchanted and they kind of given up on the community, and not very many people are talking about it anymore. So I think in order to get it to progress more and so it's not so much of a taboo, like people need to still keep talking about it. Look, like we want to see the AMBW community become as normal as the AMWW community. Oh, wait, no, I said that wrong. The bwww community. Well, I guess both communities in general, but anyway, so I just want to talk about a little bit about a couple different issues. I feel like a lot of black women, have become disenchanted because with the AMW community, because there's not very many Asian guys that are into it. Because most Asian guys come from backgrounds where they listen to their parents and they're very traditional and they only like to stick with Asian girls. And the ones who do venture out, they usually go for white women because, granted, you only date who's in your immediate circle or who's around you. So they're not really exposed to black women unless there's someone like me or Timothy DeLaGhetto. Usually, though, they're in a community where there's only Asian men and white people. So they're never really exposed to black women or anything like that. It's not their fault, but it's understandable. So I just want to just make this video, encourage black women. No, there are Asian guys like me and again, Timothy DeLaGhetto and David So and a bunch of other Asian guys, Tenchi JK, who are into black women and do want to date a black woman and have dated black women. And the ones who haven't dated black women, talk to them, get to know them, and maybe you can get them to come out of their bubble or their circle, and they'll try to be in a relationship with you and make it work. Sadly, with those Asian people, it would take you ladies to approach them first and get to know them. But there are a lot of Asian guys out there who will approach you and will generally want to get to know you. So don't get discouraged. Another thing I want to talk about is stereotypes. There's a lot of stereotypes going around in the AMBW community, or about the AMBW community, and I would just like to know, how does that really affect relationships? Because those stereotypes, people think all black women are loud and aggressive and dominant and stuff like that, when they have bad attitudes and stuff. And there's a stereotype about Asian men being passive and weak and soft spoken, but then also at the same time we're all martial artists too, so the weak and martial artist doesn't really go together, if you know what I mean. Well, I would just like to know, to the AMBW couples who are together, how does that really fit into your relationship? What do people think about your relationship? What kind of reactions do you get? And also, the AMBW couples who do have children, what kind of reactions does your children get? Because I know it's still taboo in this society, or in the world actually. And I know, I feel bad for the children, because a lot of Asian children either get mistreated or they get picked on because they feel like they get torn. I have a good friend who's Blasian, and she tells me all the time how she's always felt torn growing up between two communities. And
like, I don't know, it's just, I would just like to know, like, how your children get, like, what kind of reactions your children get, and maybe, like, even get, like, what kind of, like, what does your children say about how they're treated and stuff like that? Um,
There's also like class differences sometimes. Like the Asian guy will come from like the ghetto or like pretty much like not very high income status, and the black girl probably will come from a high income status or vice versa. And how does like I want like that kind of there's like a class clash pretty much, and like I don't know, like I wonder if that causes some problems or not. Like I just want to like get some AMBW couples opinions on like how that happens too, because I can just imagine like how that go. And I know um a lot of like I know a lot of Asian parents that find out that their son is like dating a black girl. They get kind of shocked. Even like I remember when I was like dating like the black women that I have dated, when I met their parents, they'd always ask me, so how do your parents like how do your parents know you're dating my daughter, and what do they think about that and stuff like that. And I'm just like, what? Like I'm like, my mom really doesn't care, honestly. I mean, when I was growing up, when I was a kid, she always told me she wanted me to be with an Asian girl or a white girl. But nowadays, she kind of doesn't really care. She wants me to be with someone who would treat me right and help me grow as a person, pretty much. And so that's what I tell like the parents of the girlfriends that I've dated. I tell them that, and they're always shocked. They're like, because people have this conception that the Asian community is pretty much a tight knit community, and we always stay amongst ourselves, and that's another reason why a lot of black women are kind of scared to approach an Asian guy because they know about that. Um, but I mean, at the same time, there are a lot of similarities between Asian families and black families. Like we're both family oriented. We're both tight with our family for the most part. And I think AMBW couples actually make the best couples. Like because there's not really that many culture clashes as Asian men and white women, or black women and white men, because honestly white people, like no offense, but y'all don't understand minorities. Like you don't understand our cultures, and it's just completely, it's like you guys live in a different world than we do, honestly. Like I get that. I know that. Like when I talk, even when I just talk to just randomly to like just have a conversation with white people, they're just your guys' mindset is different than our mindset, and it's like that's part of the reason why like I don't really like to be in large groups of white people, not because I don't like white people, just because I feel uncomfortable. I feel like I'm out of place, like especially when I go to church. Like my church is like predominantly white people, and I don't really talk to that very many people. The people I talk to are people who come up to me and talk to me. I don't go up to them and talk to them unless they approach me, because I feel uncomfortable. Like I really do. I'll go there because I hear the gospel and stuff, but like I don't know, I just feel uncomfortable around large groups of white people unless there's other minorities around. Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find a reformed church that has an equal amount of minorities and white people, because so far the only reformed churches I've found are predominantly white people, unfortunately. But yeah, like so I mean, it is like the stereotypes of black women and Asian men, like really need to stop. Like I remember I got into an argument a while back with this guy in the YouTube comments. I don't normally comment on YouTube videos. I'm not that kind of person, because the YouTube comments are like trash, honestly, most of the time. Like, because people are just talking shit and it's just like a big old cesspool. But this particular time, I was watching an AMBW video and I saw this guy. He said something really offensive. He said, oh, these relationships going to make sense because black women have a lot of testosterone, so they're more manly, and Asian men have a lot of estrogen, so they're more feminine, so these relationships make sense, and blah, blah. So I commented back, I called the guy a fucking retard, and we got into a huge argument about this, but that's the thing. A lot of people are ignorant, and they still. That's why AMBW is still a taboo. And I feel like it's my job and a lot of other YouTubers who are in the ABW community to step it up, talk about it more, and to pretty much get it, like, break the taboo, like make it to where it's now normal, just like an AMBW or like an AMWW community or the bwww community. That's where the AMBW community needs to get. And like, yeah, like that's pretty much like where it needs to get to. And it just makes me sad that a lot of AMBW YouTubers don't really talk about the stuff anymore. Like, and I understand, like, another reason why is because they don't really feel like there's any fresh ideas to talk about, because it's all been said. They, like, I mean, I thought that too for the longest time. I was like, that's why I stopped making AMW videos, and I apologize to the community for not making as many anymore. Like, I really do apologize. I'm gonna start to make more because my friend helped me
get inspired to make more. But anyways, I gotta go because my friend is the friend that I'm talking about is actually calling me right now, so I gotta call her back after I make this video. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section below, and as always, don't forget to rate and subscribe. All right, thanks. Deuces.